Good afternoon, students. In the previous lectures, we took up the example of dehydration of alcohols, and in last slide, we have discussed about the even mechanism in secondary and tertiary alcohols. Once again, see here, the first step is the protonation of alcohol, and the second step is the formation of carbocation, and the third step is the removal of this hydrogen, beta hydrogen, and the formation of alkene. Now today we have discussed about the dehydration in primary alcohols, which is called E2 reaction, E2 mechanism. The dehydration of primary alcohol is believed to be proceed through an E2 mechanism because the primary carbocation required for dehydration by an even mechanism would be too unstable. The first step in dehydration of primary alcohol is protonation, just like an even mechanism. After that, the protonated hydroxyl as a good leaving group, and Lewis base in the reaction mixture removes a beta hydrogen simultaneously with the formation of alkene. Like this, see here, it is a primary alcohol. The first step is common like even mechanism, the protonation of this alcoholic group. Now the next step here, the removal of this hydroxyl group because it is becomes a good leaving group. Transfer of this electron towards oxygen, this carbon acquires a positive charge, and that this hydrogen is removed, leaving its electron pair in the presence of the Lewis base. It is a rate determining step. Since in rate determining step there is an involvement of this protonated alcohol as well as Lewis base, so the mechanism is called E2 mechanism. A base removes a hydrogen from a beta carbon as the double bond forms and the protonated hydroxyl group departs. So it is called E2 mechanism. It is again, we have in last slide we have discussed, in last lectures we already discussed about the carbocation stability and the occurrence of molecular rearrangement. So be alert, in secondary and tertiary alcohols maybe rearrangement takes place, like in this example 3,3-dimethyl 2-butanol, removal of this hydroxyl group, generation of this 2-degree carbocation, shifting of this methyl group, generation of this 3-degree carbocation, and after the formation of 3-degree carbocation there are two type of products are formed, which both are rearranged products. Also, rearrangements of carbocation can also lead to a change in ring size, like this taken in this example. And this example is a cyclopentyl group, and it is a basically the secondary alcohol. When this OH is removed, the carbocation is formed. This is 2-degree carbocation. Shifting of this bond towards here and the formation of 3-degree carbocation. And after the formation of 3-degree carbocation, loss of proton takes place and ring size will be increased. Here the ring size is 5-membered. Now the ring size is 6-membered. This process is generally favorable if a relief in ring strengths occur, and you know that the 6-membered ring are highly stable in any other ring size. Now today we are taking the next kind of reactions, which are addition reactions. Addition reactions are the characteristic reactions of unsaturated compounds. Most commonly substrates are alkene, alkyne, carbonyl compounds, etc. Addition reactions are broadly classified into three categories. These are electrophilic addition, free radical addition, and nucleophilic addition. Today we are starting about the electrophilic addition reactions, and the most suitable substrate for these reactions are alkene and alkynes. Addition reactions of alkenes. Alkenes are unsaturated, means these are the source of pi electron cloud. Hence, alkenes are act as a nucleophiles and react with the electrophiles. Hence, most of the addition reactions of alkenes lie under electrophilic addition reactions. The first reaction here we are discussing about the addition of dihydrogen. Very common reaction. Alkenes react with hydrogen in the presence of variety of metal catalysts to form alkenes. The most commonly used catalysts are nickel, palladium or platinum. These are considered as heterogeneous catalysts. Also, nowadays we are using the Wilkinson catalyst. This is basically a rhodium complex. This is triphenylphosphine rhodium 1 chloride, which is the homogeneous catalyst. These are some examples. This is ethene. By electron cloud, addition of hydrogen takes place and the formation of alkene in the presence of nickel and palladium or platinum. Propene in the presence of hydrogen converted into propane. This is another example. This is hex 1-ene, 6-membered carbon. Hex 1-ene, addition of hydrogen in the presence of Wilkinson catalyst and the formation of normal hexane. The most important industrial use of this reaction is used to convert the vegetable oil into Vanaspati ghee. You know that the vegetable oil containing the unsaturated fatty acids, while the Vanaspati ghee containing the saturated fatty acids, means unsaturation converted into saturation via this mechanism. Now the next kind of reaction is addition of dihalogen. Halogen presented by X2. Alkenes react rapidly with chlorine and bromine in non-nucleophilic solvents to form vicinal dihalides. The following are the specific examples of this reaction. Like for example, this is butadiene react with chlorine and formation of 2,3-dichlorobutane. This is butanene react with chlorine and the formation of 1,2-dichlorobutane. These all are called vicinal dihalides because the halogen atoms are adjacent to each other. So these are called the vicinal dihalides. This is the specific example. This is cyclohexene react with bromine CCl4, which is a non-nucleophilic solvent or non-polar solvent, and the formation of 1,2-dibromocyclohexane in transform as a racemic mixture. When bromine is used for this reaction, it can serve as a test of presence of unsaturation. If we add bromine, which is a red brown in color, to an alkene or alkyne, because both containing the unsaturation, the color of bromine disappears instantly in the following manner. Like this is alkene, which is a colorless compound, react with bromine. Bromine is a red brown in nature, and the formation of 1,2-dibromovicinal dibromide. It is again colorless compound. So a rapid decolorization of bromine in the presence of CCl4 is a test for alkenes and alkynes, which is also called test of unsaturation. Now, what is the mechanism of addition of halogen? Very interesting mechanism. Here, bridge carbocation is formed. In step 1, bromine Br2 molecule becomes polarized as it approaches towards the alkene, because alkenes are also polar containing the pi electron cloud. Polarization is due to the repulsion between the pi electron cloud of alkene and the lone pair present on the bromine atom. The polarized bromine molecule transfers a positive bromine atom to an alkene because alkene itself acts as a nucleophile. Hence, positively charged bromine is attached towards these carbon and the formation of this kind of bridge-like intermediate, which is as a carbocation character. The polarized bromine molecule transfer a positive bromine atom to an alkene as electrophile, resulting in the formation of bromonium ion. It is called bromonium ion. Bromonium ion is stabilized by the following resonating structures like this. This is the structure 1, this is structure 2, and this is structure 3. See here the charge delocalization. Here the positive charge on bromine. Now due to delocalization, there is a partial positive charge on this carbon and that bromine, while here partial positive charge on that carbon and that bromine. Thus, bromonium ion has a carbocation character. But here this carbocation is called the cyclic carbocation. And always remember, in cyclic carbocation there is no possibility of rearrangement. Now step 2. Finally, the bromide ion attached from the opposite phase of Br plus. This is Br plus and this is Br minus. This is the opposite phase because here this route is blocked. So only possibility the attack of bromide ion is the opposite phase of this Br plus to give the trans product.